I'm Officer Jack Malone, badge 4729. 19 years on the force, and these streets are my battlefield. You don't last this long without a nose for trouble. Maple Drive, all manicured lawns and million-dollar homes. Looks peaceful, but it's a facade. People here think money buys them a free pass speeding, parking where they shouldn't, acting like the rules are optional. And when it's a black woman in a car that costs more than my house, you know something's up. Stolen, leased on credit, or some other hustle. I've seen it before, and my guts never steered me wrong. It's just after 7 p.m. Sky turning purple, and I'm cruising in my patrol car, eyes sharp. A black Mercedes-Benz S-Class glides by, sleek as a shark, doing 45 and a 30. That's my in. I flick on the lights, give the siren a quick blip, and pull up behind it. The car slows, smooth and deliberate, pulling to the curb like it's done this dance before. That's my first red flag. Too calm, too controlled. Nobody drives like that unless they've got something to hide. I step out, boots hitting the pavement, and adjust my belt, feeling the weight of my badge. It's power, pure and simple, keeps the chaos in check. I approach the driver's side, tap the tinted window hard, roll it down, license and registration. The glass slides down, and there she is. A black woman, mid-30s, dressed like she's heading to a gala-tailored blazer. Pearls, hair pulled back tight. She's calm, almost regal, with this polite but firm look that sets my teeth on edge. Good evening, officer. Is there a problem? She asks, voice smooth as silk, like she's interviewing me. I don't like it. Nobody talks to a cop like that unless they're playing a game. She hands over her documents, license, registration, insurance, all pristine. Aisha Brooks, 36, address in the Heights, the ritziest part of town. I glance at the car, then back at her, my mind already spinning. You were speeding, I say, leaning in, letting her feel my authority. This is a residential area. People like you think you can just drive however you want because you got a fancy car. Her eyebrow lifts, just a fraction, and I catch it. She's not scared, not even rattled. That's my second flag. Most people would be tripping over apologies, but she just sits there, hands on the wheel, looking at me like I'm the one out of line. People like me, she repeats, voice still calm but with a razor's edge. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Officer, but I'm on my way to a meeting. I'm running late for a call with my board of directors. I'm the CEO of Next Tech Innovations. CEO. My brain stumbles. Next Tech's that tech giant, downtown self-driving cars. Billion-dollar contracts. Their headquarters is a glass monolith you can't miss. But her, the CEO, I squint at her license. Then her face, trying to make it fit. My gut's screaming she's lying. But the car, the address, the way she carries herself, it's all adding up. I fumble, my confidence cracking. CEO. Huh? I mutter, trying to claw back control. I didn't realize I, uh, I apologize for the misunderstanding. I'll be quick. Just make sure you drive carefully. She nods, her expression cool but with a flicker of disappointment, like she's seen this movie before. Thank you, officer, she says, a slight smirk tugging at her lips. Have a good night. The window slides up, and she pulls away, the Mercedes humming into the dusk. I'm left standing there, ticket pad in hand, feeling like I just got schooled. Her taillights vanish, but that look in her eyes, sharp, knowing, burns into me. Back in the cruiser. I'm rattled, but I don't want to admit it. I run her name through the system, expecting something, a warrant, a flagged plate, anything to prove I was right. Nothing. Aisha Brooks. Clean as they come. No tickets. No priors. Not even a late library book. I pull up Nextech's website on my phone, and there she is. Aisha Brooks, CEO, smiling in a headshot, bio listing Harvard undergrad, Stanford MBA, a string of awards for innovation. She's the real deal. A powerhouse. And I just treated her like a suspect. My stomach twists, but I shove it down. I was just doing my job. Right. She was speeding 45 in a 30. Clear as day. Doesn't matter if she's a CEO or a cashier. Rules are rules. But that's not the whole story. And I know it. I didn't stop her just for speeding. I saw a black woman in a Mercedes and thought trouble. No evidence. No cause. Just me. That phrase, she said, people like me, keeps looping in my head. Mocking me. She knew what I meant. She saw the assumption in my eyes. The same one I've leaned into for years. I think about my dad. A cop too. Who'd say, Jack, you gotta watch the ones who don't fit. He never said it outright. But I knew what he meant. Black folks in nice cars. Latinos in suburbs. Anyone who didn't belong. I bought into it. Let it shape my patrols. My stops. My whole damn career. 19 years. And how many Aishas have I pulled over? Questioned. Humiliated. All because they didn't match the picture in my head. At the precinct, I'm off my game. The guys are swapping stories, busts. Chases. The usual, but I'm quiet. Replaying the stop. I tell myself it was routine. That I'd have pulled over anyone going that fast. But the lie feels thin. I keep seeing her face. That smirk. Like she knew she'd won before I even started. I check X on my break, half expecting to see my name. But it's quiet. For now, I've been here before, cuffing that undercover agent, harassing that family at the gas station, stopping that college kid. Each time, I swore I was right. Each time, I was wrong. By morning, it's out there. A bystander caught the stop on their phone, some nosy neighbor with too much time. The video's short, maybe 30 seconds, but it's a gut punch. Me leaning into her window, barking about people like you. Her calm, cutting response. The comments are a bloodbath. Racist cop at it again. She's a CEO, and he's a nobody. Fire this clown. My name's trending. Badge number 2. Tied to hashtags like profiling and justice for Aisha. I feel the ground shifting under me, like I'm standing on a fault line. My sergeant calls me in before my shift, face like a storm cloud. "Malone, you're killing me," he says, tossing his phone on the desk. The video's paused on my smug grin. Mid-rant. "You stopped the CEO of Next Tech for speeding," then mouthed off like she's a street hustler. "Her lawyers are calling the mayor." I try to defend myself. Speeding, residential area. Protocol, but it's hollow. "Your protocol's a liability." He snaps. "You profiled her." Plain as day. "You're on administrative leave. Effective now. Turn in your badge. Leave." Again. I'm numb, handing over my badge like it's a piece of my soul. I've been through this before. Suspensions. Desk duty. The slow bleed of my career, but this feels different. Bigger. Aisha Brooks isn't just anyone. She's a titan. With money, power, and a platform. X is exploding clips of the stop, screenshots of her bio, side by side with my grainy body cam footage. The headlines are merciless. Racist cop targets, tech CEO in traffic stop. Aisha Brooks humiliated by local police. My name's a punchline. My face a meme. I'm home, pacing my cramped apartment, whiskey burning my throat. I scroll through X, each post like a knife. Malone's at it again. How many more before they fire him? Protect and serve. My ass. I want to scream that they don't get it, that I was just enforcing the law, but the video tells a different story. I look like a bully, looming over her, my voice dripping with contempt. She looks like a queen, unshaken, untouchable. I dig into her. Out of guilt or desperation, Aisha Brooks. First Black woman to lead Next Tech. Started coding at 14. Built her first app at 18. Climbed from intern to CEO in a decade. Harvard. Stanford. Forbes 30 under 30. Times 100 most influential. She's not just successful, she's a force. Reshaping the world while I'm out here writing tickets. I find an interview where she talks about growing up in the projects, working 3 jobs to pay for college, fighting for every inch of her success. I've faced worse than prejudice. She says, smiling, "It's just noise." Noise. That's what I am to her, a blip. A nuisance. But to me, she's a mirror, showing me everything I've ignored. I think about the other stops. The other faces: Jamal, Jada, Carlos. All those routine checks that weren't routine at all. I told myself I was keeping the streets safe. But what was I really doing? Seeing threats where there weren't any because of skin, clothes, cars. Because of me. The investigation moves fast, fueled by public outrage. Next Tech threatens to pull their contracts with the city millions in economic impact. Protests clog downtown. Signs with Aisha's face. My badge number scrawled in red. The department's desperate to save face, and I'm the sacrificial lamb. The hearing's a formality. Internal Affairs cites multiple violations: unlawful detention, discriminatory conduct, abuse of authority, the body camera, the bystander video. Even my own radio logs, they're a noose. And I tied it myself. Termination comes down. No appeal. no pension, 19 years. And it's over in a memo. My buddies at the precinct don't call. Don't text. I'm radioactive. A cautionary tale. The news cycle chews me up. Officer fired after profiling tech CEO. Aisha Brooks speaks out on systemic bias. She doesn't name me in her statement, but she doesn't have to. I'm the faceless cop, the symbol of everything wrong with the system. I moved to a new apartment, a cheap one-bedroom on the edge of town. No more Maple Drive. No more patrols. I take a job as a night watchman. A warehouse gig. Checking locks and staring at monitors. It's humbling. A far cry from the cruiser. But it's honest. I'm alone most nights. Just me and my thoughts. And they're not kind. I keep seeing Aisha's face. That smirk. Her calm in the face of my bluster. She didn't just beat me, she exposed me. I start reading books on race, on policing, on the history I never questioned. It's like pulling shrapnel out of a wound. Slow and painful. I learn about redlining, about stop and frisk, about the numbers that show who gets pulled over, who gets arrested, who pays the price. I think about my training, the locker room talk, the way we'd laugh about keeping them in line. I was part of it. A cog in a machine I never saw. Therapy's new. 2. I sit across from a guy named Dr. Ellis, spilling my guts about the job. My dad, the anger I've carried since I was a kid. You saw what you were taught to see, he says. The question is, what do you see now? I don't have an answer. Not yet. But I'm trying. I write Aisha a letter. Pen and paper. No expectation of a reply. I apologize for the stop, for the assumptions, for the man I was. I don't send it. It's not for her, it's for me. A step towards something better. It's been 6 months since the stop, and I'm still rebuilding. The warehouse job pays the bills, but it's not a life. I'm learning. Though about myself, about the world I thought I knew. I drive by Nextech sometimes, see their logo glowing against the skyline. Aisha's still there, launching new products, speaking at conferences, shaping the future. She's unstoppable. And I'm just Jack. No badge, no mission. Just a guy trying to make sense of his mistakes. X has moved on, but the scars remain. My name's still tied to that video. A Google search away from infamy. I don't fight it anymore. It's the truth, or part of it. I was that cop, the one who saw a black woman in a Mercedes and thought wrong. But I'm not him now, or I'm trying not to be. I volunteer at a community center, teaching kids about conflict resolution, irony and all. They don't know my past, and I don't tell them. It's not about redemption, it's about doing something, anything, to balance the scales. I think about my dad, his voice in my head, telling me to watch the ones who don't belong. I wish I could talk to him now. Ask him if he ever doubted, if he ever saw what I'm seeing. I think about my daughter, estranged, living her own life. I write her sometimes, not about the stop, just about me, trying to be better. She hasn't written back, but I keep trying. I walk Maple Drive sometimes, not to patrol, just to feel the place where it all changed. I see cars like Aisha's, People like her, living lives I never bothered to understand. I don't feel that itch anymore. That need to stop them, to judge them. I see futures now, not threats. It's not enough. Not yet, but it's a start. I owe Aisha more than an unsent letter. More than regret. I owe her a world where she can drive without a cop like me, assuming she's less. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. One step, one day, one truth at a time.